So in this lecture, we're going to be covering the two last sections in chapter 9. So the first section is going to be on centroids, or centroids, center of gravity, and center of volume. Just like we talked about last lecture, the only additional thing we're going to be talking about, instead of talking about continuous functions and continuous shapes or areas like we talked about last time, that's going to be defined using functions, we're going to talk about composite shapes. So these are combinations of simple shapes. So we're going to define what that is in our first video. In the second video, we're going to talk about how you would analyze composite bodies in order to find the centroid, the center of gravity, or the center of mass is what it should be. Centroid is the same thing as the center of volume. All right. And then we'll talk about in that second video as well, what is the centroids, where could you find common centroids of shapes and volumes. And then the last, we're going to have 3 example problem videos. And then we're going to have one last video about a review of distributed loads and how distributed loads relate to centroids of pressures. All right. All right. So on the next page, we have our homework problem answers like to normal. We have the answers to all the example problems for this lecture, and then the last thing we have the in-class assignment, but since we have a quiz scheduled for today, there is no in-class assignment.